So we're here in the University of Birmingham at the ISSS conference, the International Society of the System Sciences, and we've got the president here, my friend Gary Smith.
Hi.
We're right in the middle of your conference here. How's it going?
It's great. Yeah, it's crazy, chaotic, but very emergent. There's been a huge amount of knowledge exchange. There's a real buzz. Everyone is enjoying themselves, and also we're at the end of our, I'm not sure, the third day, I think. People are tired, but very energized.
Yeah, and so we're right at the middle of it, and I think that feeling of being very tired yet energized is kind of a mixed feeling, but of course like a very important one, and it implies that we're doing good work. So Gary, why are you involved with the ISSS? I mean, you're a systems engineer. Systems clearly very important to you, but what is that all about?
Well, I guess, as a systems engineer, what really excites us is creating solutions to resolve or get through complex problems. The kind of problems that without systems thinking or without system science, they're pretty much impossible to solve. We do systems thinking not because it's clever, but because it is essential to getting through that stuff. There is a whole host of systems thinking, knowledge, experience, but what we found within the community is because of the diversity that's there, it all needs bringing together as a system, and that's what system science is all about. We're not yet at the point where we have a genuine system science, but we really are on the cusp. And once we have system science, we'll then be able to provide it as the organizing framework, or the framework that brings coherence to all of our practices, whether it's project management, operations research, systems engineering, essentially all of the human endeavors in complexity where we're crying out for these systems approaches.
Yes, and I often when I talk to people in different areas, lawyers, politicians, I say, well, it's all about how do we design and build complicated stuff in a successful way, and there's lots of competing people in doing that, and I hope that's somewhat aligned to what you were describing, and it isn't about doing it because we're clever, it's about doing it for a purpose.
Yeah, and you mentioned complicated. Yeah, it's people that make things complicated. Nature builds complexity. Complexity is not a problem. Complexity is actually what we experience in our everyday life. If it wasn't for complexity, we would not exist. With complexity comes resilience, adaptability, sustainability, all of those qualities that we see in living systems. And we need to be much better at doing that in the systems that we engineer, the systems that we put in place, our organizations, our nations, and us as a global entity. Because with system science, and perhaps with the support of augmented intelligence, we have the potential to become Gaia's cognitive organ, where we can work much more in harmony for the benefit of life, people, and everything on this planet. That's why this is so important. And we are at a really critical time. We have all of these existential threats which threaten our very civilization and essentially potentially complex life on Earth. And we have just a few years to put this right. And this is why we need systems thinking. And this is why so many people are talking about systems thinking and systems approaches. And if we're going to do this right, then we really need a science to back it. This is what it's all about. This is why I'm so passionate about it. Because we are literally talking about life on this planet and the future of our existence. That's why it's so important.
Yes, and a lot of people who follow the work that we promote on the YouTube often talk about existential risk, be AIs that go out of control, or terrorists obtaining nuclear bombs, or environmental matters. And so it really is very, very important that we work on all these topics. So Gary, the theme has been collaboration. In your presidency, you've worked hard on that. Why did you choose to focus on that?
Because it's coming together as a system. We have all of these different, let's say, tribes within across the systems community. We've got cybernetics, we've got complexity science, we've got a whole host of different, let's say, tribes of systems thinking and systems practice and system science. But if we can do so much as individuals and individual organizations, but we're only going to realize the power of of the systems approach and system science if we really get our act together and come together coherently, because individually we have little to no leverage. As a community, as a genuine science based approach with a shared orientation, we can achieve all of the benefits that we want to achieve. We can't do this on our own. No organisation can do it on their own. No nation can do it on their own anymore. We have to act globally. And this is why the International Society for Systems Science is acting as a facilitator of this. We're just playing our part alongside the ISSS, the International Federation for Systems Research. We don't own system science. Nobody owns system science, but collectively, system science has to emerge, and we're trying to help bring that along.
Fantastic. And so, Gary, if somebody wanted to get involved, what should they do?
You can speak to me.
Yep,
Become a member of the ISSS, become a member of any of the systems organisations, get involved. It's the only way we can really make a difference is everybody shows up, and starts to get involved and do their bit. Their bit for the greater whole. This is why it's so important. So just join any systems organisation and encourage them to participate in this global emerging society.
Fantastic. Well, it's great to talk to you as always, Gary, and thank you for running a great conference.
Thank you, Josh.
We've had wonderful weather here, hot weather, but wonderful weather, and I think the hosts at the University of Birmingham have been really very brilliant.
Oh, the Birmingham Leadership Institute have been a fantastic partner for this. Birmingham University, the Exchange, this could not have happened without them. And it's those kind of partnerships, as I've mentioned, which are so important. We can't do anything on our own. You have to work in partnerships towards the greater whole.
Great. Well, thank you, Gary, and thank you everyone for watching, and please do get in touch, and here's call to action. Okay, thank you, Gary. Thank you.